Hi, everybody. I hope you're doing great. This is the first day I'm feeling human. Since my last video, where I was sick, I went down again, and I'm quite sure I had this flu that is going around everywhere. Um, it's terrible. I can tell you that it's terrible. Um, just kept me from doing so many things, and this year's not been an easy start. But that's for a different video. I will tell you about all that later, and perhaps some of it will be resolved already by then. So I didn't want to miss an updates video, and I apologize that I'm a day late on it, but I wanted to make sure that I got it in because some of the updates are kind of important. And with my computer being down, I can't do any fancy footwork with the editor. I just have to use YouTube's editor, which is very limited. So I'm not going to be adding pictures or anything like that, but there will be chapters along the scroll bar and in the description with everyone's name so that you know the channel names that we're talking about in case I can't pronounce it very well today. I'm still, not doing great, but the show must go on. So it's the new year, and I just want to get back into things as best I can. So let's start with Caitlin Cancer Chronicles. Caitlin had to go to the hospital. She was admitted a couple of days before Christmas for an arthritis treatment that was a side effect of the immunotherapy that she's under. So they gave her like a 4-hour infusion, but she seems to be doing okay, and she got to enjoy Christmas. That's great, because it's kind of been a rough go of it for most people. This, I don't understand. Some people had a really hard Christmas. Some people have had a really nasty New Year. I'm among that group. So I don't know. We'll just see how the year plays out at this point. But I had a lot higher hopes. Anyway, she did get to enjoy her Christmas and her New Year. So all the best to you, Caitlin, of course. bignoknow, Noah Thomas, started chemo a couple of days ago. And as of this recording, there hasn't been any updates. But keep going to his channel and checking it out, because I'm sure he'll have an update for us soon. And Noah, I do hope that everything goes well with your chemo, and I'm sure I share that sentiment with everyone else, if that's the way I should phrase that. I don't know, but we all care about you. How about we'll just leave it at that? I can't do any fancy edits. So, I'm just going to stumble around. Okay, next up, Daily Kenji. There haven't really been any official updates since last week, but he did put up a community post that on New Year's Eve, someone donated anonymously to his GoFundMe account for $500. So that's awesome. Whoever did that did rack up some good karma brownie points. And that's the way the universe works. The more generosity you put out there, the more people will be generous to you. It's just the way that works, and I'm hoping that maybe he'll use it for the second opinion that his insurance has denied. But however he uses it, I'm sure he needs it. We hope you're doing great, Kenji, and we hope to hear from you again soon. TiffanyThinks. Now, Tiffany put up a video this past week entitled Update! I don't know what I missed. I didn't see an update, and I just didn't want to watch it again. So if you saw an update, let me know. The only thing that I can see that maybe she considered an update was that she'll be taking a break from YouTube. And she seems to be in good spirits, and it looks like she had a very good Christmas. So we wish you well with whatever you do, Tiffany. be well, stay well, just take really good care of yourself. Another quick update comes from Big Valley Living. Michelle finally got her tummy drained from the ascites, and that was fluid in her tummy, and she said she lost 9 pounds in like 40 minutes. I'm not surprised. I hope you're sleeping so much better at night. This is just a very common thing for some cancers, and it's also common to build that fluid back up. But now that you've had the procedure, you know what's involved. I hope that you don't have to ever go through that again. But if you do, you shouldn't have to wait so long. I don't know why they made you wait so long. It's crazy. Anyway, wishing you well for the new year. Sadder news from the cats. Sadder news from Purple Phoenix, Living with Cancer, My Journey. Yeah. Michelle posted a video early last week, I think, or yeah, it was very sad. She couldn't really say what was wrong, but she promised it wasn't her. She promised she was okay. And my first thought, as maybe your first thoughts, were to go to something's wrong with her dad or her husband. She uploaded yesterday that her dad passed away. That is the short story. Trigger warning, it's a very hard video to watch, but I hope she never takes it down. I applaud her for being vulnerable with us. I didn't have a good relationship with my dad, but I know losing my mom was really, really hard. And you're never too old to feel like an orphan. I know some of you understand what I'm saying. She said she'll be taking a little break from YouTube, and, totally understandable. Michelle, just take care of yourself. I worry because grief can do a lot of things to the body that you really can't afford. So I would suggest that you take extra care of yourself. If you need hydration, get some Gatorade, make sure you have some Ensure. Grief tends to make you not hungry. And, I just want you to be aware of that. All right. But we totally understand if we don't hear from you for a while. We love you and want all the best for you. That's all we can say, is just send our love. So to her viewers, I would suggest you go and comment on this video, and not on this video, on her channel, that video, and send her love. I know she needs as much as she can get right now. I have a feeling that my volume is so low coming out of here that I'm going to have to, this might ended up sounding like a loud whisper. If I'm able to up the volume at all, I don't know what I can do in YouTube, really. But if it is too low and you need to turn this up, I apologize. Okay, now, saving the best for last. My favorite soap opera, Eke Acres. Oh my gosh. There were so many videos. Like, sometimes he does this rapid succession of videos, and he did that this week. So, I'm going to read my notes because I don't really think that I could have memorized this. Okay, so let's start with this. Kevin accused the government, or maybe aliens, of controlling the weather. That's a well-known conspiracy theory. I don't really buy into it, and I'm not saying that they can't or won't in the future. But blaming others for the snow in northwestern New York, where it typically snows a lot. Then there was yesterday. Maybe it was the day before, but I think it was yesterday. That's when I realized what a hothead Kevin can be. And I know a lot of hotheads. And that doesn't mean I dislike them. I love Kevin, actually. Not only does he speak a lot of truth sometimes, but he's entertaining as well. So he's someone, though, that maybe it's an acquired taste. I don't know. But a lot of people like him, obviously, even when they're mad at him. So, yeah. And I have to say this. In his defense, can't believe I'm going to his defense, but he's had a hard few months where whatever could go wrong has gone wrong. And not getting his cancer treatments or whatever it is that he wants to do, everything's put on hold. Some things maybe he makes harder on himself. Well, I'll get to that in a minute. But, I do feel bad for them both. I mean, we all need to blow a little steam off sometimes. Cats. And you've certainly seen some of my rants, but they're pretty tame in comparison. Mine are just little bitches and moans. Kevin goes way out there. And I don't know, that's when I feel bad for him or if I feel like he's entertaining me. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't like, it's an upset. It's an upset. And, I don't take pleasure in other people's upsets. So I should really say that. But sometimes, man, he just goes far and beyond. And I worry about him and his stress levels with the cancer because, like Michelle, stress can, exasperate the situation. And I don't want his health to, go downhill faster than it should go, and I don't want to see it at all, but okay. So if you saw it, then you're probably nodding your head with me right now. And if you didn't, well, you have a choice. You can go see the videos, or you can stay here for the recap and then go see the videos, or, either way, make sure you don't miss this, because I have opinions, So, the fuel company came out to fill the gas tank. And at first I didn't know if it was propane or oil that they heat their house by, but he's calling it now the gas company. I'm not sure what was in the truck. But the truck came and went without filling the tank, letting Kevin know that they couldn't back up in the driveway. So first of all, Kevin showed us it was a flat driveway. There was no reason that they couldn't back into it. It was freshly plowed, and they didn't need to do that anyway. The driveway, actually, you go in and then you loop around the barn and you go back out. Maybe it was a new driver. I don't know. But he was livid. And Kevin then decided they don't deserve his money. So they weren't coming back. And he said he would heat the house with electric for the rest of whatever days they have. I just hope they don't get a big snowstorm. But that's what I mean by, well, he can be very stubborn, and I don't want him to shoot himself in the foot, you know? So it was quite a rant. But that rant wasn't enough. He came back. And he comes back even more angry. So I thought, okay, you let off some steam, that's fine. But this time he gives us a tour of the driveway. Another thing is that he said the company says to call when the gauge shows 30% left in the tank. I'm not sure why your tank is empty now. That's the only thing. If you called when it was 30% full, I would have thought you would have had it filled. So I'm not really sure about that, or if they just couldn't make it out until they did. No sooner did I finish my notes on Eke Acres, and then went up another video. And apparently, well, not apparently, Bridget fell. She fell in the driveway that she went down to talk to the driver. And Kevin was asleep. So she didn't say anything about the fall, but later she felt maybe she could have broken her wrist. So this video he puts up, he's driving her to the ER. And all I could think of was, broken or not, they're supposed to move by themselves. And I'm like, maybe this was a divine intervention. I don't know. Thank God it wasn't broken. It's just a bad sprain. But he made another video letting us know the results, and that he would make all the dinners. He would do all the dutiful stuff when your partner is not well. And that one of his friends was going to help him with the move. And I don't know, I still feel like it would be easier on both of you if you would just hire someone or a couple people, just a little muscle. You know, you got a U-Haul truck, fine. Doesn't have to be a big, expensive van line, you know? But Kevin, you already said that you can't shovel snow. Said it in one of the videos that he gets chest pains. So what makes you think it's advisable for you to fill up a truck? I still love you, man. I really do, but I just don't get it. I don't understand. You know, I'm not in your head. I don't want to be in your head. I just want it to all work out for you. You both deserve a good life, no matter how much you have of it left. I want to see you get moved. I want to see you get out from under all this stress. And I want the new year to do better for you. So let's turn our luck around. Are you guys having a hard time with the new year? I don't know. I'm going to do another video on that, because lots have gone wrong, and I'm just like, you know. I mean, I've been too sick in bed to think about it all, but now I'm like, oh, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. So I'll leave it at that for now, but I hope all of our cancer YouTubers have a fabulous new year, and all of their viewers and my viewers. I love you all. I will update you on the computer and everything else that's going on soon. So sorry I can't do any fancy footwork on editing right now, but I don't really feel well anyway. So I'm hoping in a day or two, and I know I said this a few days ago, that I'll do better. This is the first day that I actually do. Like, I can breathe. My nose has been so stuffed. Anyway, not this is not that video. So I love you all. Have a wonderful rest of the weekend, and we'll talk soon. Okay, bye.